Segura, the head girls soccer coach.
I'm Leah Mala, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Daisy Barrientos, and I'm in 11th grade.
I'm Leslie Corona. I'm in 9th grade.
I'm Camila Garcia, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Maria Hernandez. I'm a freshman.
Freshman. All right. Coach, before we get started, you got a lot of youth on this team. Let's start right there. What's that like? Is it challenging? I bet these girls are probably pretty talented, but coaching that much youth, how's that been for you this season?
Based off last year, last year was my first year here, and we had a lot of seniors and some of our top players, and it went well at first. We kind of they bought into the idea. We were connecting passes and stuff, and then based off that into this year, I wanted to create a more challenging schedule for the girls, but I guess I didn't take into the equation the fact that we'd be so young, and so this is probably the toughest schedule we've played so far throughout the program, and it's been challenging as of now just for the girls. But I feel like as we've gone on throughout the season, we've gotten a lot better. And these girls definitely have a lot of potential.
You said last year was going to be your first year coaching, and then it got shut down. Mm-hmm. Man, could you? First of all, let's start with how was that when you got here? Did the preseason workout things and got everybody dialed in, and then it get taken away? How was that for you personally, from a coaching standpoint?
It was a bit disappointing because as we there in the middle of March, I think we were peaking. We were playing the best soccer we've seen the girls play so far, and so it was disappointing. And we just.
Well, let me ask you this: I don't think you could script out in history, minus maybe some kind of wartime where seasons have gotten shut down. You know, it being your first year, how difficult was that to get here and be so juiced up, ready to go, and then taken away from you? Is it disheartening for you personally?
It was, but I guess I just try to carry on the energy into this year, and I guess that's where we stand. And we just
No doubt. I'll get to talk to these young ladies now. So you got one senior on the team that's kind of been injured. The rest of you guys, underclassmen, some of you guys not even basically technically in high school yet, which is pretty awesome. What's it been like knowing last season? I know some of you guys didn't even play last year, but some of you did. But what have you done personally to kind of stay in shape and stay on top of your game for this season?
I played basketball, and I also I exercise at home, and I practice on myself.
There you go.
I like to run sometimes outside on my free days.
Just sometimes, not all the time.
I saw some of them during the summer
Really?
at Hall's Gap.
There you go.
But it'd be going up and down after the gap.
That's not an easy job either.
It's not.
No.
Well, I usually practice with my brother.
There you go.
And I practice with my cousins and sometimes when on runs.
I practice with my sister sometimes if they want to practice with me.
I've got a question. Do you guys play pickup games like the guys do?
I mean,
Sometimes?
sometimes.
Yeah. Could y'all beat the boys here?
We could. We have the potential to.
I think you could.
Potential.
I think y'all look like a more serious bunch than they were. They'd probably take them lightly, and it'd probably come back.
We played against the JV boys yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and we had them in trouble for a bit. It's just hard, just because they're boys and they'll be fast, especially on such a big field.
No
it's
doubt.
a bit different than basketball and stuff. When it's just little sprints and stuff. But here they can pick up speed.
Yeah, because then they can get longer distances, no doubt.
It was tight at some point.
Coach, coming into this season, having a lot of youth, obviously, just in knowing you, the short, brief time I have, you don't make no excuses. Youth means nothing. You got to go with what you got. What was your approach to this season, knowing that you got some of these girls who hadn't played varsity or whatever before?
Like I said, I was basing it off last year, really. I was trying to build a tough schedule for the girls just to see where we stand and where we stood, and so they could see the competition. I don't think they've ever played the teams we played this year. We played 2 different top-ranked teams this year, and it didn't go well, but I think the younger girls have been able to see how good they can be, and we played against those teams for a bit, and then once they got towards the end of the game, they started getting us in trouble. But there's definitely a lot of potential with these girls.
I didn't know how competitive girls soccer was until I got to know Tiffany Cargill at Southside, and watched them go all the way to state, and they lost 2-1 the state championship a few years ago. But man, it's very competitive. Ain't no doubt about it. What did you learn personally from playing some of those ranked teams and seeing how good they were up close and personal?
I learned that we can be a great team, and that we just have to push through.
I think I learned that even though you think you're a good player, there's bigger teams out there,
Yeah.
that there's better. So there's always going to be somebody better, and you're in no competition with yourself. So
That makes sense.
Yeah, same minded with them. And you just gotta push through.
That's it.
I learned that we can be better than what we think.
No, hey, I think what she says is true though. I mean, no matter what the stakes is, you got to keep fighting. And what you said makes
I've
sense.
learned a lot because we faced a lot of hard teams this year, and we had to practice more. And like now we're getting to the point to learn a lot and stuff.
No doubt. Coach, let me ask you this: when it goes into scheduling, what are some of the things you look for that defines a good soccer team? In other words, when you're looking to schedule somebody that's going to make you better, what is some of the attributes you know that team needs to have to say, all right, these guys are going to make us better if we play?
Well, from when I played, I just knew the teams that would have a good soccer team. We played Westminster at Oak Mountain. They're a
There you
small
go.
1A school. We played Altamont. They're all small 1A, 2A schools, private schools.
Private schools, though.
But,
That's a little different.
But from what I played and just from my experience, I've seen their boys teams play, and I know a lot of these girls play Division I travel ball at Boost in Birmingham.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, I know the potential they have. They pass well. They're not just. It's not just forward soccer. They know how to. They play pretty. They move the ball around us, and
That's right.
that's something that I wanted the girls to see. I wanted them to see that that's how we need to play, or that's the goal. Especially with them being so young, we have time to build to that. If that makes sense. And
It does.
that way, when we do play them and when we do get there, when we do get to playoffs and play teams like that, they know what to expect. And
Yeah,
how
and
we
it-
can beat them.
Especially when you come back to your region and you're playing teams that's not as well versed as those, it's definitely going to help.
Which our region, we have. It's probably the hardest region in our class. We
Really?
have, I think all the teams are ranked.
God.
Blanco is ranked number 2 right now.
Blanco's in your region? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Sylvania's ranked either 6 or 7. We have Susan Moore, who's ranked number 1.
Golly.
So yeah, our region is tough,
That's insane.
and our girls have competed. I mean, we've lost, but they've competed.
I got to ask, we'll start down here this time. We're going to throw a wrench in it. What's it like knowing that Coach chose you to come up here and talk? He obviously thinks highly of you as a leader of this team, and even though you girls ain't seniors, but what's that like?
It's kind of like you take your own responsibility and like help your team out and stuff.
No doubt.
I feel honored to be up here.
You're an 8th grader, man. That's how awesome is that? I didn't even make varsity in 8th grade. I didn't play varsity until 10th grade.
I feel great. I'm a starter and it's my first year.
You see it? It's easy for you though, right?
Hey, it is. She plays well.
Yeah.
She plays well.
I can tell she seems pretty confident.
I feel honored being up here because I'm one of the older ones, so I have to put on have to be responsible, and I like having that leadership name because it gives I like to tell the young girls that anything's possible,
And you men, I mean, what class you're in, you're definitely gonna be looked at
Yeah,
100%. Probably off the field and on the field,
yeah.
no doubt.
I feel honored as well, and it also shows that I have the responsibility to be up here and the leadership as well.
Let me ask you girls this: how competitive does it get at practice? Is it as bad as the boys we're talking about? Y'all don't get in fights or nothing?
No.
Not like those guys. How bad does it get? Pretty heated?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
Sometimes.
when we play our little games and when we play World Cup and stuff like that, or sprinting drills or anything like that, it gets pretty.
I think they're more about encouraging each other. That makes sense. When we do,
Yeah, building each other up instead of.
they'll cheer their team on. That's the type of
No doubt.
excitement, the type of energy we see. That
That's a
they
good
cheer
energy.
on their team more. And
That's a good energy.
it's something you don't see in the boys a lot.
Heck no.
The boys are more about one-on-one and the battle
Talking
play.
trash.
Yeah, but these girls are more about encouraging. They focus on their team and they just push their team through, to battle the other team.
That's good, man. No doubt. Like a sisterhood here. Are you guys pretty close off the field, all you guys?
Yeah, I think we've gotten pretty close because a bunch of them are younger and there's only 3 high schoolers.
That's
And-
crazy. Coach, does it test your faith sometime? Having that many youngsters on the team?
I wouldn't say so. I think it's been fun, to be honest. I mean,
God,
You
it's the
see-
youngest team I think we've ever had on
you've
average.
seen the potential we have.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, we've I think we tell them the same thing every game. We compete against these teams and we could beat them.
Heck yeah.
It's just the lack of experience that gets us. You know, we make mistakes, just silly mistakes that we make. But to be honest, the potential is there, and I think next year or the next 2 years we'll be up there.
The thing, yeah, that's what I was about to say. The thing about it is, and here's another thing about youth. Usually youth ain't scared to make a mistake. They're just having fun. And if they can put it together in a game or two, they can probably beat anybody because they don't know no better. You know, they're not. These two being in 8th grade, they don't know they shouldn't be competing against some of these teams, and they do it. And that's awesome. Which one of you guys is the biggest trash talker? Do we have any trash talkers on the team?
We have.
Why you look at me?
You're the trash talker? I said you were pretty confident.
Yeah, she is pretty confident. Like, she has her little moments, but I think our biggest trash talker is
It's probably Maria or Priscilla.
Really?
Maria Priscilla.
Yeah.
Y'all talk trash to the other team or at practice?
Oh, well,
A little bit of both?
Like,
We lost our fighter this year, our senior. She got in a fight,
Oh,
Yeah.
did she?
Yeah.
Like a fist fight?
fist fight.
No, coach, come on now.
Hey,
Are you serious?
it was against, I guess, talking about rivalries against Susan Moore, and it was just like
What?
between those two.
What started it? Her and the
Well, yeah, I think
it was
We-
her.
She was
It was
provoking her.
it was the other girl.
other girl was provoking.
Yeah.
It's because she was pushing everybody, like, on our team, and I guess,
She stood up to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
she stood
Like
up.
kinda like
for
a
us,
bully.
too.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, how did they
Oh.
suspended or?
Well, yeah, they got a red card. I think
Yeah.
it had been throughout the whole game, and they were beating us at first, and then we came back, and I think that kind of got things heated. And the fight happened right in front of me, but I was following the ball. Like she had just gotten the ball, and then she kicked it. And I was following the ball to the other side of the field,
Man,
and then somebody had a video of it. And,
this is right in front of you. You just
and
paying
so they were,
attention to the
so I was
game.
like, "What happened?" I just saw it at the end when everybody was screaming. I think the other girl kind of elbowed her in the back,
Ooh.
and then this girl.
They both got red cards then.
But
Yeah.
she
This ain't
had,
hockey,
she had a
man.
run. She had a run. I'll say that.
Oh, this year, I like it, coach, no doubt. But man, that seeing the potential of these girls is limitless. I mean, if they can get you guys stayed intact. Well, the thing I like about the message I'm hearing from you guys, y'all ain't talking about next year. You guys are talking about competing this year. That's what I like about it. Yeah, because I mean, you could use the excuse for young, but no, y'all are competing right now. Playing in a region like that, I mean, how does that? I mean, every week's murderer's row, right?
It is. I mean, it's been tough, I guess, for me too. Just every time we play our first game was against Sylvania, and I was nervous, man. I was thinking
Yeah.
about it the whole game, the whole week, and then but we went out there and we beat them. And then we lost. We had 2 players out because of COVID.
Dang, have y'all had issues with that this year a lot?
Just at first, really, but I think the girls have adapted well to the injuries.
Any of you guys, you guys taking precautions and everything? I mean, does it look different from you from having to cleaning standpoint and wearing masks and all that? Has that bothered you guys during your training?
We've learned to adapt a little bit, but, just to keep everyone safe and to keep on playing.
The good thing about what you guys do, you guys are outdoors. People spread out a little bit more. That's good for cleaning purposes and everything. Well, Coach, man, it's been a pleasure having you guys on. We're glad we got to sit in and get to know you girls. And I'd like to, if it's cool with you, we'll get Josh to come out, our camera guy, and take some really good action photos of you guys.
That's fine.
And he can get some that looks like player card type videos and pictures and things. So
Sure, man.
we'll get that set up for you. I appreciate you guys, and good luck going forward, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.